You gonna go do some shots or something?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, perfect. Mix it up with these local folk. That's pretty cool. I can see how you could get addicted to like putting all this stuff somewhere, like and thinking of the town. It's like the first Sim City. Like 100 hours, some dude sweating, just for me to be like, oh, what is that, a diner? Okay, all right, let's get out of here. It's a regular police. It feels like a new police car. It's a mix of the guys from the future of this town. Yeah, man. Do they pay you like? Yeah, how do they pay you? It's just like I would imagine like Lego stuff. Like it's like that's how he got started. I think that's how these guys get started. His Lego, you know. Like, did you just see the Fred Flintstone Lego put together? I did that. Who takes the picture? Like, you know, like this is like the red carpet. Like, who out of all you got cars? Like, if we're gonna take a picture, if you're gonna, you know, and you're like, I want to get a picture of us coming. Like, you would take a picture with all these cars. You'd be like, no, let's get the proper, let's get the sign, just me and him. I could see getting, like, I would love to get into cars. That's something I've like to learn how to do like, you know, learn how to fix cars. And, you know, I'd like to take a class. Just being a dude, be a real guy. My first car was 1500, Mazda, 1985 Mazda 626. Called it Old Blue. Had a tennis ball over the stick shift because it was like came apart. It was like still sticky, so you just had to put a tennis ball over it. I remember one time being in a McDonald's drive-thru, and the girl that worked at McDonald's, she was like, that tennis ball's so cool. And I was like, that's such a weird thing to be like. And then I think she was hitting on me when I look back on it. Because who would look at a tennis ball on a stick shift and just be like, wow, man, where do you get something like that? Like, she was super impressed by it. Robot driving car. Yeah, I like this. Like, this is like, I want to get. A friend of mine has a old Ford Ranchero we just rode in, and it's like it's like, you know, it's like this car, but it's a truck. But it's like we rode in it the other day. It's like, I mean, the seats are, you know, it's like you get in, the seatbelt is like, it's just, he's like, you go to you're like, where's your seatbelt? And it's like, you can't even ask, you know, like it's like a question like that. I remember, do you remember like, or I don't know, like, but growing up, I remember if you put your seatbelt on in a friend's car, they would be offended.
So they feel like you don't trust
They
it.
feel like they trust it. I mean, it was like awkward to be like, if you got in someone's car, you either had to do it right away, so it looks like you're like, I'm just programmed to put this on. And if you wait any longer and you'd go to put it on, they're like, what, you think I'm a bad driver? And they would guilt you and you wouldn't wear a seatbelt. And I mean, I remember it. And now everybody just puts you're in cabs, everything, everybody puts seatbelts on. It's not weird at all. But man, I remember just in high school, like, what do you think I'm gonna run into another car? And then you'd be like, oh, I guess, yeah, you're right. And I would not put a seatbelt on because the guy would make me feel bad. I would offend him.
Looks like we rented out this whole museum just for
Yeah.
this.
Well, like Jerry Seinfeld, he supposedly rents out a movie theater. I rent out the museum, so we're not bothered. And by doing that, you just come at a time no one's here. That's how you do it. That's the way to do it. This is where your family sat on your family vacations, was in this part of the train. You get a discount because you do some of the mail. Like, do y'all mind putting stuff in the bag? You're like, nah, we'll do that. How fast can you sort the mail? Just put the letters into the correct boxes below. Use the timer on your phone. That'll give you a timer. Do it on your phone. Attached here to see how fast you can go. Remember, you have to put them in the right boxes. Deduct 1 second from your total time for each letter that ends up. I don't understand. 24, 13. Oh, but they're already in there. I guess you would just pull them out and mix it. I would be alright at it. This is kind of the stuff I would do. When comedy falls apart, I'll do 24. Well, this is.
These are like jokes. Like that's Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Someone put that. Royal Tenenbaums.
J.K. Rowling. No, she lives in Roanoke. Eric Thursley. You know who that is?
No.
Philip Banks. Danny Tanner.
Yeah.
Originally from Roanoke. Learn stuff every day. No, they don't let you on any of this stuff. It's like that's what you want to really climb in. You know? This is a school bus. Still don't have seatbelts in the school buses. Look at how old this is. This was a school bus. Are you thinking they would like? The guys that made this, they're like, oh, and I've like the new school bus people, and they're talking. They're like, yeah, we got some newer school. There, that's cool. All right, seatbelts. I imagine seatbelts, and they're still like, no, we still didn't go with seatbelts. School buses. How fun is this? This could be fun to have. Like you own one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, just think an SUV. Some SUVs are close to that long. You gotta know what all this stuff does, man. Maybe just what every button does. I like the new trains that go by. It's like they see this. It's like when they bring like Hall of Fame NFL players out in the middle of the field before the game. That's what this is. The new trains go by and they're just like. No, these are the Hall of Famers that are sitting there like, yeah, no, we used to be out there, man. Open it? Oh no. It's a bed in there. Like, you look at this and you're like, this would be a pretty good room for a show. Low ceilings. Everybody packed in. I mean, you could murder in this room. They should do that here. Great stage.
If a dog growls, you just don't pet. So if you're thinking about walking along the tracks, think again. Just don't do it. Stay off, stay away, and stay alive. This message brought to you by Operation
I do all of
Lifesaver.
those things.
Here's Andy.
And there's and the next thing is a guy walking on the track.
Common sense wasn't in his tackle box when he decided that the nearby railroad trestle was an easy place. So, use some common sense and stay off the trestle.
Yo, man, you better stop.
The movie is just kids dying on train tracks. That's it. We get it. It's very impressive. I do remember it. we were kids, my dad beat a train. I remember driving, and we were just, I think, yelling, "Don't go." And then he went. We made it, obviously. But I do remember it. Like, and it's all those videos, like, just don't get on the railroad tracks. We were all over them, man. I'll see y'all later. It's like, if you're driving this, you gotta smoke cigarettes. If I'm an engineer, I mean, you gotta be here. You gotta be just doing this kind of stuff, man. You gotta just be having a cigarette. Just, you know, smoking all day, man. This is a real smoking job. Just cruising.
Definitely smoking.
Can't be healthy doing something like this. Just drive. Like, probably can't hear each other. Just a lot of what? What? He's like, what? There's a lot of that. You don't really get to know your other guy that's in there. Y'all get home, what you guys talk about? I mean, you can't, nothing. I couldn't hear him. We talked about, you know, how's his family? I don't know. I don't know if he even has one. I've never really actually met the guy. Those guys have to go sit and have a beer afterwards just to be like, so what's up, man? What's your life like, dude? We've been in this train for just 2 days straight going, you know. So what's up with you, man? What are you into?
Is that a plane?
Yeah. Can we make it look like this? Can we make it look like we flew private to this gig? Like we go, all right, man. See ya, off to where we going next? Louisville. Heading to Louisville, man. You guys catch it. Just don't get, you know, we're seeing, dude. Just go to sleep. Wait, we're in Louisville. God, there's nothing, dude. We just flew here. Made it to Louisville. What's up? We're killing it. Everything's going great. We're here. Oh, man. Same weather as in Roanoke. Who knew? All right. Here we are. We'll see you guys later. Thanks. You know, it is what it is, man. It's the life. These are your opening acts. You throw them out early. Show's about to start. You got to get out. Never done one of those. I've flown in a hot air balloon. It's pretty crazy, man. You're up, you're high. You're just in this basket. You have to go real early in the morning. I don't remember why I was in a hot air balloon. Somewhere. And I've done it. Done a lot of things. That's all I can afford. We can't afford private. We just afford hot air balloons. We have to leave. You know. We had early in the morning, get some more sleep on the basket. Got laying in a field. You know, U.S. Air. I remember U.S. Air being an airline. That's not anymore. What did U.S. Air become? It's something else. Continental. Continental is now United. I think U.S. Air was then it's Continental. Now it's United. I'm trying to think of it. Well, at least I've flown. I mean, the ones that are going now. I didn't fly U.S. Air. That one's not there anymore. One day you're going to see a Spirit Air in here. Just people furious. They're going to have a whole department. Oh, see? You like flying that? Yeah. Because you could fly, like, take your pilot's license. You get one of these like small planes. You just fly to your shows. I mean, those are big. And they have some planes now that have parachutes. Like on the plane, there's like a thing that you can fly, and if something goes wrong, parachute comes out. I mean, it's not a big plane. I think it'd be fun to get your pilot's license. guy's mug. Ariel Miser. It's true. It says when you draw your name on it, you can leave your mug anywhere, and then people leave it alone. It's not our mug. My first comedy set was on VHS. My first 3. You'd have to send a tape. That's what I said. You gotta get tape, and you have to record it and put it on this and mail this tape to somebody.